Okay boys, so how's she going today? Well, this will just be a quick video for a guy on YouTube. I kind of forget his YouTube channel name. I think it's MajorTard, I think. I don't know. I'm probably saying that totally wrong, but it's Major something anyway. Sloppy mess here, holy shit. But, oh, I forgot to turn my light back on. Oh, no wonder. Now I'm blind. But, him and me have been chatting on Facebook. I usually don't chat on Facebook. I mostly just do it on YouTube, but it's fine on Facebook too, I guess. It's not a big deal, I guess. But we'll get the power started here. He's been helping me find some wheels for this son of a bitch. And he's actually found me quite a few, actually. And I found, of course, one in Northern too, which I'm sure would fit on. But he showed me some from Harbor Freights, which is one anyway. And he showed me like 3 different ones from a different company, which I don't have an account under, but I don't really know if I really need an account, but we'll find out. But I'm going to put my thingy on my camera on. Thing for the tripod. He wants to know, sorry if the video goes kind of crooked here, I got to put my doobie on. He wants to know what size bolt that is on this thing, I guess. I can probably tell you now it's probably under 1 inch. So you got to remember too that it's riding, the bolt's actually inside this bearing thingy too. So I'll get the tripod over here and stab you on the thing. Whoops. Okay. I gotta loosen this. Oh, I can't do that either. Hang on here. Why can't I turn my damn? Oh, that's probably why. Gotta turn it on this, I guess. And now it seems crooked. Huh. Oh, that'd be why. That would be why. But, you have to remember, too, that the bolt is on this little bearing thingy to make the bolt thicker. So, I guess I will give you... Let's see here. Take the wheel out of the dewey. Let me get this bearing thing off first. There's little. We'll use the big 10-inch. Hang on here, guys. I just gotta get this dewey off. And by the way, it is almost 9 o'clock at night, and there's still a tad bit of sun. So not a super lot, but enough that I'm happy about. So there's that little thickener bearing thingy that makes the bolt I guess thicker. This is not your ordinary bolt. I don't know what the hell this is, but it's kind of hard to explain and show. I gotta get this stupid thing out of my way. But this is what it looks like. And I've tried to rip this thing off because I was thinking maybe the whole thing was a bolt, and it's not. I don't know what kind of bolt this is, but it's got this thicker wall on it. My camera will focus good enough. Probably not. It's such a stupid camera. But maybe if I get further away, it'll focus a little better. I don't know. It just went out of freaking whack. But that's honestly about as good as it's going to get. Honestly. But really, if I could find a bolt, really probably this thickness, maybe a little thicker. I think you'd have to go thicker because of that bearing. This thing. Maybe get a bolt that thick. That would eliminate, this setup. You could just run a bolt. Because I'm pretty sure that this here someday is going to get wore out along with this. So it'd be cheaper to replace bolts one bolt that would be to replace both of these stupid things. But he wants to, whatever do with the tape measure. And of course, this is not my good tape measure here. I didn't bring my really good one out. So, whoops. Whoops. No, don't roll away on me. Where'd that bearing go? There's just no room on this workbench. But I'm going to get my tape measure out here and we'll see how, I don't know how exactly he wants me to measure this, but I could have brought the really good tape measure, I guess, but yeah, see, my camera's never going to focus on that little bit of bullshit. But it's under 1 inch. Like I said, this tape measure doesn't have the other little numbers on it, like the big tape measure would. I could have brought the big one, but it's probably right now I don't even know what the hell you would call that. It's under 1 inch, half of an inch maybe thick, and that's without that bearing. That's what this bolt is. That's including that wall that's on there. So we'll say about half an inch thick, and this bearing thing's probably about the same. Well, it's a little thicker, I think, but so I think once you put this all together, I think you get just under an inch. I think that's what that wheel requires. I think it requires like a 1.5 inch. I don't know. It's probably just about that. I think really any size bolt will fit on there. It's just that you would have to probably take up the slack with the rim, or using the washer. But I'll get this thing back off. And the length of the bolt, which I'm not, it's got a pretty big head on it. I honestly don't know if I have any washers that will fit on, because I do want a washer on this. And I don't have none of those. Maybe this would fit on there. No, I don't. Well, this one would probably fit on. Yeah, that one fits on. So I found a washer for that, so I guess we're okay. I did find a washer for it, I guess. See, when you put when it was on the old tire, which is over there, this was just on the verge of popping through the tire. That's how small this head is. But I think it would probably be the same thing on the new tire. So I'm just going to shove that washer on there. So, but I'll give you the. It looks like it's just under. Like it's maybe just, alright, it's 3 inches long. Let me just double check here. Just under 3 inches. Well, maybe almost 3 inches. I'll try to get a shot of this now for you guys. This is from the tip of this to the tip of this. How long the bolt is. Stop rolling away from me. You can see that it's almost 3 inches there. Let's see here. Yeah, just under 3 inches. You might as well say 3 inches. I mean, it wouldn't hurt if I did get like a new bolt. It wouldn't hurt to be a little longer, because if it's got threads going all the way up, I could just throw on some washers and be good. I don't know if I have more of these or not. I'd have to probably get more at the hardware. Which isn't going to hurt, because I'm going to be getting some brake cleaner and some new oil for the air compressor. I know that it was also that guy, same guy that was telling me to use brake cleaner for the air compressor to clean her up. Yeah, I think I'll probably just use that stuff. He said I could also use WD-40 too, but that stuff would leave a nasty film behind. Which is, well, I don't want to do that, so I just want to make sure. I got some rubber washers here too, but I'm not going to use those, but I'm just trying to find some washers that would fit on. This one fits on a lot better. And what I could do is I could go with a double washer, but that would That would also take a lot of... That's if I had gotten like a new bolt. I could do that too and eliminate some of that slop. I'm probably going to take those washers back. Well, yeah, I might. I don't know. Take those back up to the house because I could probably get some more. I'm not even sure if I could get these on Harbor Freights there. I don't really like ordering stuff from them because I don't know the sizes, so I just take that. I usually take whatever size bolt or washer or whatever. I usually go to my hardware and I just show it to him and he usually finds the sizes for me. But yeah, she's about 3 inches long and she's not even 1 inch thick. But if you wanted to go from this way, but you probably don't have to because we're not worried about that. It looks like it's about 1 inch, thick. You want to worry about this side, which you can see that there, that it's thicker here and stops there, and then see the nut gets threaded on. So this is kind of like a special kind of bolt. I don't know where they would. I mean, I don't want this kind of bolt. I like this using regular bolts, like these. See, it's just like, well, it doesn't have threads going all the way up it, but I think you could get bolts with threads going all the way up them. And see, there's a difference. This isn't no thicker, but this is because it's got the dewey on it. So, but I can't rip that dewey off. That's on there. So I don't know what the. I've already tried to take it off, and it doesn't come off. So yeah, so hopefully I did this right. I don't know. She's about 3 inches long, and she's not even not even half of an inch thick. I'm guessing. That's what that new wheel. I think the new wheels required a bolt, I think, up to 1.5 inches. So, stupid damn knob cars. But yeah, so I'm not quite certain on what to do yet. I mean, the main thing we gotta do is we gotta get the wheels, and then just see if these will fit on. If not, then we're gonna have to replace them with just regular bolts. But if I do get regular bolts, then I got washers I could just throw on there and take off that slack. See, this was the nut that was on there. So I'll probably just get a locking nut for it. And if I do get like a new bolt or two, I'll probably get like 5 or 10 of them. They're cheap, so I might as well stock up on some parts too. But I hope that helps. I guess you could do it this way too. It's about half an inch thick. And then it's even less up here. So I hope that helps. I'm not certain if it's good enough or not. But the wheel, I know the wheel is this is the good side of it. So see, it's just well, if you go like this, it's 1 inch. But if you go from the inside, then it's less than that. So just a little bit over 1.5 or 1 inch or half an inch. I'm sorry. So, but the full duty of the tire. See, now it says almost 8. So a 7-inch tire is a hell of a lot smaller than that. I didn't even think of that, but I mean, I think anything over 7 inches would be good. I mean, it would be smaller, but if I really wanted to, I could just I don't know what I could do. I probably could well, I could just get bigger ones too, but I don't want to go super crazy on the tires because I don't want to spend a shitload of cash on tires. So 7 inches will just have to do. I mean, she'll be riding probably a bit lower down, but that won't be a big deal. Once I find bigger tires, even if I could get 8 inches, I guess apparently to what these tires are, I'd be okay, but I mean, it doesn't have to be anything special, I don't think. And that hole down there, actually, if you have to think about it, that hole down there is even smaller because, son of a bitch, either way you kind of get screwed, right? Because this has to fit through the axle, and then they put that little, where the fuck it disappeared to, that little bearing thingy, right? There it is. This little bearing thingy, and that takes up the slack in the wheel. But then when you get down to the axle, it's only supposed to go in that far. That's it. So I think what we could do is replace that bolt with a bolt this size, and then just get like a long one, like this long, like maybe I'll probably get them like 4 inches, and then I could just slip this shaft over, even though it would be there would be a little bit of slop in it, because you can see how they're slopping it now, but that would make it a little tighter for the wheel, so it wouldn't be quite as sloppy anyway. See, it still fits in there fine. So if we did that, even though this, I don't think I got any bolts that freaking size. I would have to get some, but I don't plan on going to the hardware anytime soon now until, honestly, until next payday now, which will probably be, well, that, I guess that's kind of the same, I guess. Yeah. So if you get like a long bolt like this, slip it through. See, that'll eliminate a lot of play. If you just went there, I mean, there's still lots of play, but once you crank her down good enough, I don't think it'll go anywhere. Honestly, I am going to put the washer back, this spacer back on, because it, if you went without that, look at all that major slop that would be going on there, right? So I think if we just got a bolt this size, but way longer, maybe like a 4-inch, then we could slip this bearing over it. Okay, so there'd be still kind of some slop, but if you cranked her down good enough with the impact gun, well, you can't tighten them down too much because these are steel, and the newer ones are freaking plastic, so I really can't tighten them down a lot. I wish I could find some steel ones. But then they're probably more money too, right? So either way, you get kind of fucked over. But see, I think this bolt will fit in this size hole. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I think we should just, I mean, if we get the wheels, I mean, they're gonna, either way, but we'll make them fit on anyway. I don't know. You see, something new that they're doing too with these damn wheels is that they're putting such a dewey on here now too to make them frickin' longer. So there's like, this is kind of a bad example, but like the part of the wheel is longer now. So I'm just kind of using that. Maybe it's like a example, but there's nothing else I can show you besides this. So what that means is it's like a spacer. Like you can see this wheel's kind of got one now, but it gets bolted on that way. It gets bolted on this way. But you could put it on that way too, and then that would get her. See, I think if you did that, and it gets it too close to the tire, so that's why they gave you that little spacer in the back. But see, the thing is too that with the newer wheels, they're doing it so much longer now that you get it like that then. And that's, I don't really care if it's that way, but it's just that means that you'd have to buy new bolts to replace them, right? I mean, I don't have a problem replacing bolts as long as I get the right size, which I'm thinking this size would work. Well, I could go one size up to fit this bearing a little tighter. But see, the thing is, that's the size I need to fit in there. You can't go no bigger with a bolt. You see, there's no slop in that hardly. See. So we would need a bolt this size, but way longer, like a 4-inch. And then I'll just slip this. Damn that stupid light! I'll just slip this here bearing thing on. That'll eliminate a lot of play in the wheel. Cause see, there's a lot of play in that wheel right now. But if you put that on, oh, can't do it through the food finder, but see, then you get a lot less play. Well, the way I'm kind of holding it isn't good enough, but well, let's run through. But yeah, you kind of get my point anyway. She kind of, I mean, there would be a tiny bit of slop, but I mean, I could just shove on a bunch of washers too, you know. I'm going to get washers with those bolts that will fit on. I don't think these would fit on. Well, actually, I got bolts that would, or I got washers that would fit on, I think, to that size. Which I'm thinking it's these guys. Well, a little too big. But I mean, I don't think it really matters anyway, right? So, as long as you crank them down. I think this one fits on. No, well, it's about the frickin' same. That's the same, I guess. There, I think this is what fits on. Yeah. See, you put that on. And then put the, where did that bearing thing go to again? Freak sakes, I'm such a freaking blind person over here. There it is. Put that shaft on, or that bearing. But, you know, so that way, if you crank it down with the impact, well, it won't pull it through, I guess, quite as much. Well, maybe I should go with a bigger, a bigger washer. Maybe this one will do. Oh, come on. It's gonna be another super long video again. Damn, I want to try to keep this video short. But yeah, I think if you went that size of washer, which is the Big Dewey, it would take up a lot more slop. I could go with a 3-inch long bolt, but I might get a 4-inch just so I have, you know, just some extra threads on there so I can crank her down, and if I need to add some washers to it, I can get it just right. But that's if we can't use this. Because I'm thinking you're probably not going to be able to, because the wheels just look so much different. I mean, they have much of a Dewey on here now. Like, you know, it's like up to here now. So, I mean, these are probably the original wheels. That's why they're so freaking wore out, because they've been on there since day one. And well, it's, who knows what year this machine is. I think I've looked at the serial number or the plate, but I can't find the year on it anywhere. So, but we'll take another look again, but I doubt that. I can't see my lens, but it's got some numbers on here, so I don't know if you guys can read that, but the model number is, looks like FD slash, you guys can't see that now, the light died, but it's FD slash 3001. And it's got some other numbers after that. I don't know if that's part of the serial number or not, but it says 039 after that. Well, yeah. Let me turn my little Dewey on the camera. It seems to, I don't know if it helps with the video, but it helps me to see a little better. Yeah. That's the only thing that's on this air compressor besides the stuff that's on the motor, but I don't know if that's like a year or not, but on the motor, if you guys can see that okay, it's a 8.5 amp, 1.5 horse, 115 volts, so not bad. Oh, she's gonna run at, looks like 50 degrees Celsius, so whatever that would be in temperatures. That must be pretty cold though. If that's right, I don't know. This is normal. It says for light duty after 20,000 hours, motor oil. That must be that thing then. Can't be this thing. This thing wouldn't have no oil in it, would it? I don't know if you guys are even seeing that. No, you're not. But there's a little thing right here. It says motor oil, light duty after 20,000 hours. Normal duty after 3 years. And heavy duty, do not overfill. Oh, heavy duty yearly. Well, for what I'm using it for, which would probably be light duty, I figured every 20,000 hours. So that's a long time. I could go fucking 3 years on that, but I'm gonna change it anyway. I'm sure it's due. I don't know how often the other neighbors, or if you know how often the last owners used it. So, but I'm just gonna change it anyway. Frick it. It's like cheap insurance, right? You know. So, but yeah, I think even if we do get those new wheels, I think I'll just replace the bolts, but I don't have long enough bolts, so in other words, I think we would be down for a while. Well, I mean, the air compressor's not going to go anywhere. I mean, it can sit back here for another month and a half or however long. Because I'm not going to use it for anything else. So, well, I would like to use it for the tractor's tire, because the tractor tire goes flat, so I think it's been stabbed by something, but it keeps going flat, so, and right now she's just bone ass flat, so the air compressor makes quick work of that, but I can do it by hand, it won't be a problem, so, but, I mean, if we get the new wheel, and maybe this is like, maybe too big or something, yeah, maybe too big for it, we could always downsize, you know, to this size of bolt, but just get it like in a 4-inch. Well, that's why I'm making this video, so you guys can help me find the right size of wheel. Because this here, you know, acts like a stop. It only goes in so far, so when it goes through the axle down there, all that's showing out is just a little bit of thread. So then you just crank her down by that. I didn't bring my big light, so my yellow jacket light, but I could show you the other tire if you guys could see it. But you're probably not going to. It looks like it's all gunned up on shit, but I don't know. Let me just try to get down here enough so you guys can see it. So you can see what I'm dealing with. I guess it's okay. See, then all that sticks out here. See, there's that, on this side, there's that thing that's actually on the bolt. And then the bearing is inside this bolt, you know, inside the tire. So, change this a little bit. Let me just turn this little thing on my camera. Like I said, I don't know if it helps you guys or not, but it helps me to see a little better. But that's what we're dealing with. So that's the spacer goes inside the wheel. That's what takes up the slack. But then that little dewey that's actually that's part of the bolt stops it from going through here. Stops the bolt from going through. So that's why there's not much for threads on there. So, but we would have to just take that off. I mean, just if I get a new tire, I'm just going to take this one off too. I'm going to keep it because it seems fine. So I'm going to keep this one as a spare. Just throw the other one away because it's there we go. It's junk. So I don't know why I got my outside light on. It seems to be dying. I don't know why I got like you got a good charge today. Oh, I guess it's still bright enough. You know. But she's super windy today. Well, earlier this afternoon it started getting really windy. Like close to like 30 miles an hour gusts, so it was pretty bad, but it seems to be settling down a little bit now, but not by much. So wait, I do apologize for that long video. I just wanted to make sure that I explain this stuff to you guys and to him too, that if we have to downsize a bolt, we can. just that we won't be able to do it for a wee while. Stupid camera. But so if this won't fit on, then we'll just replace it with this, but in like a 4-inch, which is way low. This is like only probably like a 1-inch or something, but and then we'll just throw these washers on, and then this bearing thingy for inside the wheel if we need it. I don't know if we will. Well, yeah, we'll need it. Well, I mean, it just depends on what the wheels look like. You just gotta order the wheels and go from there. It's really hard to explain to you guys, but the bottom line is, if this won't fit on, then this will. And for the wheel, if we need to put the spacer dewey on, then we will. And then the washers, and then of course the nut, which I think actually this nut here. Let me leave you guys right here for a second. I think this nut here was off of this. I think that will actually fit on this too. Yes, it will. Yeah, so I can reuse the nut for that. Same with the other wheel too. So it'll save me a nut anyway. Even though I like a locking nut, but I can always get some anyway. It ain't gonna matter. But yeah, so to that guy that I was talking to on Facebook, well, his YouTube channel name is MajorTard, I guess, or whatever. A shout out to him. I'll put his link in. I'll put the link to his channel in the description. You guys can go give him a sub if you want. I don't think he makes any videos, but he's been a great help to me. He's helped me out quite a bit already. He's only been subscribed to me for a wee while, but man, he's already made my life so much easier already. But I mean, we would have figured it out anyway. But eventually, he's just making it a hell of a lot easier to me. So, but I'm learning. So. But like I said, I figured it was probably about a 7 or 8 inch wheel that would fit on. Like anything bigger than that would, but it's just you got to make sure you keep the hole, 1.5 inches. You could go bigger if you wanted to too, but then you need a bigger bolt, but a bigger bolt won't fit down the axle, so you'd have to drill that out and blah blah blah. I mean, I'm not exactly probably going to use this air compressor too much longer. Well, if I get a new one. Well, if I do get a new one, that'll be back here. The new one will go back here, but this old one will probably just stay up at the house. And then I'll just use that for filling tires or something, or easy stuff. So I don't dare push this guy too hard. I know he's pretty wore out, but we just won't use him too much. We'll just keep changing his oils, and once she blows, she blows. That's the end of it. So, but yeah, so I hope that helps, man. That's the only way I can explain that stuff to you. So, hopefully it helped. If not, well, I'm just gonna probably just buy the tires and just risk it and see what the hell happens. I mean, I think as long as it's under, well, the wheels should be at least 1.5 inches. The hole. But really, you could go with you could go with a smaller bolt if you wanted to, but you just have to, tighten the hell out of it to take up the slack. And I am going to throw some washers on and stuff too, so that'll kind of help. But I think I'll just throw those back in. I do apologize for a long video. I was going to try to keep it under 2 minutes actually, but I just started getting into more details, and more details. So clean up my workbench here a little bit so it's not so damn hectic. I think I'll keep my blowgun here. I need that. All my tools are still back here. I haven't even cleaned that much. What's the point if you gotta, I suppose it won't fit on there now. I changed it. Yeah, I fucking changed it. Oh well. So let me know, Major guy there, if that helps you or not. If not, well, it's too damn tight now. We'll get her eventually. Don't worry, we'll definitely get her eventually. But I mean, damn it, now it's too freaking loose. Son of a bitch. We'll get her eventually. So, yeah, I made it even worse now. What's that, unfortunately? But anyways, I think I'm going to take off then for today. Do apologize for a 34-minute video. Or 35-minute now. Big sakes. There. Hopefully it helps. If not, well, we'll just risk it and we'll buy a wheel. And if we have to replace the bolts, we can do that. You probably do have some at the farm, but I don't like using used bolts or ones that are rusted to shit. I want brand new ones. So I know that, you know, they're on there good enough and they'll last me a few years. So yeah. And oh yeah. Somebody's been, I don't know, I know Savage Namora was telling me, but there was another guy too. He doesn't watch my videos all the time, but he was telling me to burn this shot vac. And he told me what I could do with this extension cord too. So he said I could cut it off and use it for something else, which we'll do. But to Savage Namora into this other guy, I'm not burning it. I'm going to have a special video coming up on that, and it's going to be kick-ass, if you know what I mean. I'm going to give you a hint. I'll give you a hint right now, and I want you guys to figure it out. This will give you a hint to what I'm going to use to have some fun. So let me know if you guys can figure it out. This is just your hint. And if you're going to hint about this, put it like on a separate, well, in this video, but like on a separate comment so I don't get confused. You know, if you want to or not, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? I'll do whatever the hell you want. I don't give a shit. But if you guys can figure it out, how we're going to have fun with the shot vac. I'm not going to tell you. Even if you do probably get it right, I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to do the video and then you'll see. So, yeah, but anyway, guys, I'm going to take off for today, so I guess have a good day and stuff. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, tubes. See you guys later.